Afghan President Hamid Karzai called for demanded really the withdrawal of U.S. and NATO forces from villages and rural areas and forcing all of those troops to stay on their bases. This after Defense Secretary Panetta was on the ground, as you heard, meeting with Karzai and talking to him. Whether that demand holds, we'll see. We're back with the panel. Charles, what about this back and forth and Karzai's demands in the wake of this massacre, obviously, of Afghan civilians?
Look, the entire Obama-Afghan policy is in disarray, serious disarray. When the leader of the country that you are supposedly defending calls for you to get out of his country and to essentially hunker down in the barracks, you've got trouble. When the opposition, the enemy, declared today that it is not even going to negotiate, it won't even deign to enter into negotiations with us, it's announcing that it doesn't have to offer us anything because obviously the United States is in a panic and is exiting.
That's the Taliban saying that they are suspending the peace talks that had only really just begun.
Because why should they offer anything if Obama is going to leave, if the Americans are going to leave, and they don't have to make any concessions? It's going to be handed to them on a platter. And then you get the third event on the same day, which is that unprecedented picture of American soldiers leaving their weapons at the door when listening to a speech by their own Secretary of Defense. I mean, that is the equivalent of the diplomatic equivalent of helicopters on the roof of the embassy. It is a sign of how much our policy is in disarray, and I think it comes from the top, where the President announces from the beginning a policy of surge and withdrawal, where we are now in the withdrawal phase, and once a withdrawal happens in a counterinsurgency, it goes downhill very fast.
Some